Jotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%.
Back down Yo on the Greyman, give me the first ball. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthail up there. A triple.
The ley line used in the back, catching 3 people on top of that, followed up by the APOC and the lurking on. Catching 2, but this time on is going to be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead. Catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruby's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Bloodlust on the backside, but the duo gets thundered and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Greyman.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Howdy, hello, welcome to twitch.tv/eltaquito and NGS Season 11 Division C East Finals, where we have House of Chez versus US Army Esports. And before we get started, no, that's not dirt on my blanket. One of my best friends gave me a tortilla blanket for Christmas now that we're in May. And so now Taco is dressed like a taco, and I'm super excited about it. Also, Aura, thank you so much for the follow. It's about time. So I'm really glad to have everybody here. Welcome to the stream. I'm super excited to get into this best of 5 between House of Chez and US Army Esports. Yes, I even just said, I mean, you're gonna catch up because it's a 30-second delay, but yeah, it's a tortilla blanket. And it's actually circular. Not that you can tell, but it's yeah. So real quick, before we get into the game, we are going to Infernal Shrines. It looks like the map bands got a little messed up. Oh, because I did Battlefield of Eternity twice instead of Brax's Holdout on the other one. Anaressa, also thank you for the follow. It's about darn time. So now that I fixed the bans, Battlefield of Eternity and Brax's Holdout banned for House of Chez, who did elect for first pick, being the higher seed coming into the match. Cursed Hollow and Alterac Pass being banned out by US Army Esports. You know what they say about the Army, they don't like the dark and they don't like the snow, so, you know, whatever. Hey, Papa Lupper. And also, quick note, if you haven't signed up for the Region ARAM charity tournament, we're doing a charity tournament June 5th for raising money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. There is a link down below. Go sign up. And also come hang out. And, you know, donate, because that's the whole point. Anyway, without further ado, let's play some Heroes of the Storm. Maybe. Maybe? There it is. Infernal Shrines. And now that we've started, I can do this. This is my favorite part, because nothing's happened yet, and we're waiting, deliberating over the first ban. It's Varian. That's an interesting first ban. I've done zero research on these teams, mainly because I like to be surprised. That's the reason we're going to go with. And so the Varian ban, I'm going to go with interesting. May ban. May is a very meta pick. In fact, this patch note that just came out is giving May a slight nerf, so get the May play in while you can. Puppy, did you bring my He brought my shoe over to his bed. So, Tychus, also a really strong meta pick. His grenade build's really strong in general. He can harass the objective a little bit with that. Really strong play around his grenade build in general. Lots of, can 100 to 0 pretty much any hero with that extra percentage damage per auto attack. Down to 25% and then finish them off with the grenade. Unicycle play is a really good variant. Thank you, Ms. Windup Bird. And Falstad also being banned. I believe I didn't check. Can someone check for me on if NGS officially unbanned the Falstad bug? I didn't see an announcement, and but I'm pretty sure that Blizzard fixed the bug. Testing proved that the bug was fixed, but Falstad a really strong hero. Oh no, the bug is fixed in the patch, but not live yet. I've answered that question. But still a strong hero even with the other build. Joanna, strong early first pick. Joanna's just a tank that you can take into anything. Basically any situation, Joanna's fine. Stukov and Raynor coming in. Raynor's a really strong, safe auto attacker. Stukov, a strong area denial healer. That silence is going to be big on these tributes. What's it called? They're not seeds. I do like the Anduin Orphea. The Orphea pickup with the Joanna makes me hope for a feast combo. Maybe we see an aggressive build out of this Orphea. The Anduin... maybe the Anduin with the Light Bomb for a little bit of setup also. Silver Arrow, hey, welcome to the area. I was just thinking, I hope the dude goes Silver Arrow's Orphea build. Arthas being banned out here in the mid band, gonna be a lot of CC. Good CC bruiser that could stack well with this already CC heavy, or in the case of Orphea, can really combo off a CC type of a team that House of Chez has going down. Oh, Chez mix, I see now. I'm blind. And apparently US Army Esports signed up for the ARAM tournament, so awesome. Advertisement works. Don't just skip those YouTube ads. Skip them with a vengeance. Because you can't skip my ads. Sonya and Gul'dan. Sonya's also really strong in the meta. The Gul'dan, I haven't seen a whole lot of. He's just kind of been, in, my hands are, I can't do hand stuff down here, I gotta do it up here. The Gul'dan has overall been pretty, balanced? Even? Ignored? Do people still play Gul'dan? Pidgey plays Gul'dan. I don't know. Maybe he'll use Gust. Maiev and Zul! Maiev and Zul! Okay, so we get Maiev Orphea. We have got to see the cage. I mean, if a Div E team will do it, Div C Finals will do it, right? 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 Yeah? Okay. Okay.
Abandons no man.
And an Uther pickup. I like the Uther to help get people out of the cage, or to just kind of counter the engage, screw up the Maiev trying to get in, and just make the team not get engaged on. I think the Stukov will kind of help with that, being able to stop Maiev from doing a couple things with that chain. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do with that, and we are loading into the game. Say goodbye to the pupper. I did recently learn a couple of new tricks, so I'm gonna bounce around the map real quick before I introduce the teams, and we'll see how that works. I'm gonna try. I've learned that you can anchor camera positions for spots on the map. You can anchor camera positions to key bindings and just bounce to them. So I'm gonna try that out with these camps. Let's go.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Probably should have done that a little bit differently, but hopefully I remember my buttons. Alright, cool. For House of Chez, we have the dude on Orphea, Chez Mix, tanking here on the Joanna, Flash rocking the Maiev, Mariners 005 playing the Zool, and Caribou carrying the team on Anduin. That is House of Chez over here in the red corner. U.S. Army Esports, we've got Pidgey on Gul'dan, Surefire on Raynor, Fracture on Uther, Simeon on the Stukov, and up in the top lane we've got Unicycle Yay rocking that Sonya. Again, that is U.S. Army Esports coming down to this bottom lane to get started, and we are going to, that didn't work. There we go. That worked. So U.S. Army Esports definitely looking for bottom pressure early on, whereas House of Chez getting that early soak mid and then rotating down. Let's see if I can make this work. There we go. I'm learning to use this wonderful observer that I have in here, my friend Captain Skippy today, and so this will be fun. So if I bounce around a little bit, I apologize. I'm still getting used to it. Gul'dan picking up the soak here in the mid lane as the rest of House of Chez rotates down into the bottom lane to meet U.S. Army Esports, but instead looks like U.S. Army Esports is going over to their own siege camp as I get the first snap to it. Snap to the map button down correctly. A big condemn from the Joanna. So this siege camp is reset now. We get a bind on to Stukov. Maiev not quite able to get the full. Stukov does walk out, and we get a waiting game from the House of Chez. Let's zoom out just a little bit so that we can see a little bit more of the map. And a nice route onto Sonya. Sonya is going to walk away from that off lane. Not always the most exciting, but it's good to catch some action when we can find it. House of Chez does get the bottom camp though. And that's going to march into this bottom fort, which is where the first Punisher is going to show up. The Arcane Punisher will be the first one, and that should be the timer should start in 10 seconds, so we'll get a spawn at 3 minutes. Let's take a look at these talents that I haven't shown yet. I apologize, chat. And if one of my mods would start a prediction, give it a 2-minute prediction since we're already well into the game. A big condemn again coming from the Joanna, and not quite a full engage from the Maiev to bring the U.S. Army Esports out from their base. I am sorry, my brain is not as sharp as it usually is for this. This first objective is coming up, 10 seconds left. Here's a look at the talents. They've been on the board for a little bit. If you see something interesting, let me know. We'll talk about it. Otherwise, there they are. And a lot of just harassing back and forth. We do get a little bit of skirmishing still in the mid. Sonya actually leaving Zool to push on his own. Sonya trying to get extra damage, but Joanna at half health, the rest of the team at full. And a little bit of shade coming from chat for this trait build Orphea. I think it is the meta right now, but there's definitely benefits to all of her builds. Uther getting really low, then goes right back up to half health. Huge, almost first blood onto the Uther. And nice shotgun from the Raynor to blast the Maiev back away from the bind and the pull. As U.S. Army Esports does get kind of pushed off of this objective, leaving House of Chez to start catching up and maybe even about to take the lead. And it's back and forth. U.S. Army Esports back into this. Here comes Zulda. A nice unstoppable onto Sonya right as that route was about to take place. And there's a spin to win from the Sonya, getting interrupted by the Condemn. Gul'dan just firing off those Qs like a mad lad. US Army Esports able to pick up the end of that objective. This Arcane Punisher going to march for them. Still no one's died. That's a long vote, Vel. Jeez. Game's gonna be half over by then. This Punisher deep into this fort, being baited over well by House of Chez. The Arcane doing a lot of damage though, and John Cena with the jump. It doesn't look like anybody gets stunned, and the Punisher does go down, gets about a third of the health off of that fort. And we get an aggressive camp from US Army Esports here. Joanna walking in, pops that Iron Skin, but doesn't get on the point in time. There is the cap, but a Maiev pull into nothing because that silence belongs to the red team. Another beautiful unstoppable from the Uther. Get Gul'dan out, and Zul just says, well fine, I'll go kill minions here on my own. Swipe, 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 and half of US Army Esports having to back. Orphea and Maiev do get it clear on those camps and go down from the bottom, so Zul'Gun went back up to work against the Sonya. And right now it's a very, very close game. That first objective did go over to US Army Esports, but the structure set is fairly even. Flash looks like he might get caught. Does manage to stay alive here, but Raynor on the wrong side of a Joanna gets picked up by the Orphea. That's first blood on Jimmy Large Minion Raynor to the Orphea. Uther is going to go down as well. Uther heals activate, and House of Chez says, we'll take two. Zul just chilling in the bush, waiting for something to happen. Good camp invade, definitely the right opportunity, right decision, getting value while the enemy team is down. House of Chez looking to push in and get a little bit even on this bottom fort. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce around and take inventory of the lane. Zul has his top lane, effectively matching his bottom lane. So structures do look very even, except for a little bit of fort damage. The death of Icarus, tell me about it. Sonya picking up that bruiser camp, and this, oh, I missed it. This siege camp does get picked up by House of Chez. As Maiev looking a little bit low, getting picked up by the Anduin a little bit more, getting a little safe. And a nice march top lane. With this bruiser camp, we have, I believe, Exterminator Raynor pushing in, getting that wall down, but leaving the camp behind to get taken out by Zul as House of Chez comes in with a huge gank. That's a two-man grab on the bind, the Umbral bind from Maiev. Divine Shield comes out to save the Raynor. We'll take a look at these level 10 talents. What was almost a solid, what was almost a great engage. It was a solid engage, but it got disrupted by an unstoppable on one target and Divine Shield on the other. That bind is not going to go out. There's the light bomb. There's the Warden's Cage. Here is the feast. The last meal coming out on 3-4 damage after damage, but Silver Touch does get finished. But that is a triple kill thanks to a huge combo from Orphea, Light Bomb, and Maiev. Light Bomb means Anduin. Yes, that's the name. And that turns into a quad kill as Orphea does get the pickup onto Raynor, who almost got out, but not quite. So looking at these heroics while this objective, this Frozen Punisher goes over to Zul. Warden's Cage, Falling Sword. Was that a Falling Sword Light Bomb that I missed? Let me know if Falling Sword was in that. Light Bomb, the big green booger, Poison Nova from Zul, and Eternal Feast on the Orphea. Then over here on US Army Esports, Flailing Swipe, Horrify, Raynor's Raider. Is that Raynor? That's Raynor. Yeah, that's Raynor's Raider. Oh, a big pickup onto the Uther, getting frozen by the Punisher and rooted by the Anduin. Uther's gonna go down again, but Orphea heals, Uther heals activate. yet again. And that's going to be big momentum for House of Chez. Divine Shield that we already looked at, and Leap picked up for the Sonya. That is all of the heroics. I hope you kept up with that with the interruption. How rude of House of Chez getting another kill while I'm trying to talk about heroics. But there's the Light Bomb and Falling Sword. That's going to pick up the Gul'dan. Easy peasy. Leap in from the Sonya. Almost going to take out the Maya, but not quite. Gets out by the skin of her teeth. Poison Nova goes out. John Cena onto 4 up into this keep while House of Chez starts to run away. And House of Chez regroups in the bot lane. Pat, so that's what that combo looks like. You hush your mouth, or your hands. You hush your hands. I can use my hotkey as just in time to get the cap of House of Chez picking up their bruiser camp. Rain over here waiting for his, and Surefire just waiting. Gul'dan coming up. Looks like US Army Esports is going to go for the camp. Joanna sees it. There's the Falling Sword. There was no Light Bomb though. There's the Light Bomb to follow up. And Divine Shield onto the Uther to stay alive. Really, really selfish. Uther, the leap comes in from the Sonya. No kills yet. That's 3 ults down for House of Chez, which is the combo. But at the cost of 4 ults for US Army Esports, they do get their own camp though. Otherwise, really good disruption of the invade engage by US Army Esports. House of Chez just going to clean up that bruiser camp while US Army Esports comes down into the mid lane. Going to try to get a little bit extra push. Zul putting in the work again. The not unforgiving, the inglorious work of an offlaner. But look at that XP. Putting a lot of XP. Got a 3,000 lead over the Sonya. Maiev getting an engage here on the Uther. Uther gets caught. There is no Divine Shield to save him. And goes down. Not a heroic needed for that 4v1. Absolute massacre onto the Uther. Oop. That's what I get for clicking off of my observer. I was staring at empty map. Go Taco. Look at this anchor from Joanna so far forward while the rest of the team getting this objective. Watching out for the enemy team. This is level 17 to 16, so US Army Esports wants to come in on this if they get the opportunity. But now that Uther's back up, this objective's almost done. They are going to have to just give and defend. Border Punisher going to come down the bot lane, going to get this last for House of Chez with a 3 structure advantage. And the dude with full auto attacks ready to go off of that trait. John Cena over the wall onto the Gul'dan. There is the Falling Sword as Gul'dan, after the Divine Shield, after something expires, gets pulled in by the Cage or the Maiev in general, I think, and then the Divine Shield to try to get him out, but that's not going to be enough. The level 7 Mind Devour request from Orphea getting finished up. as Surefire does get pulled in and rooted and slowed and everything. Jimmy, the large minion Rainer, going the wrong direction for a minion, back towards his own base, is able to get out. But Orphea gets the kill onto the Stukov. Mortar Punisher jumps around. Uther barely alive. That Punisher does go down, but the keep goes as well. But Sonya grabbed by the Mayem almost in, like, not invisibly? I don't know. Something. Just, wow. There is a zoning feast. Light Bomb on to Ando, and he's gonna walk out and do a little bit of zoning as well. The core does go down. The defense not quite enough from US Army Esports. 3-level disadvantage. That post level 10 combo from House of Chez just taking over. Hey, the puppy's back. Hey, puppy. Oh, are you nap time? Are you nap time? Oh, that's funny. I just realized my shirt's keying out. So overall, the team fights were quick. So the healing numbers split between Uther and Stukov. Little bit more than Anduin, and then you get 2 healers. It's gonna work out that way. Anduin obviously pulling the weight. The healing numbers about even though across I forgot. Healing even across the 2 teams. The damage kind of about what you would expect. The discrepancy there is from it being the 3-level difference and one team winning and the other not. But the team fights were quick. That's what I was trying to get to. The team fights were quick. Orphea at level 20 with 50k damage, because those bursty fights just ending, just absolutely wrecking people. And it's get in, kill, get out. So Gul'dan, Dots, range damage. I mean, Gul'dan and Rain are kind of sharing the load also. But again, just quick fights. So not a huge amount of damage for either team. So that win does go over to House of Chez. While we wait and figure out what the next sorry. While we wait to see what the next map is. Yeah, Big Dog was in the small bed. So, oh, hey, we have a lobby. Sweet. Want to plug the ARAM tournament yet again? Research for the breast, or to help help raise money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Also, Vel, if you wouldn't mind, would you gift Aura Windrunner a sub for all of the work that she does for NGS, running that what is sometimes a fiasco? And we are going to Tomb of the Spider Queen, map won by House of Chez, map picked by US Army Esports. I think I've got everything right. I think Spider Queen. This is a map that I usually like to see the Orphea. Make me dab. Pat's making me dab. Cool. Thank you for using your fuzzy taco lips, Pat. I think we're ready. I'm almost ready. They haven't said anything about being ready, so I'll wait. There we go. That's funny. Oh, that's funny, Pat. So Tomb of the Spider Queen, I mean, it plays a lot like that last map does as far as team comps and things like that. I don't know what different with Silver Arrow, also with the dab. Miss Windup Bird, you got your points. Yay. Let's see. All right, looks like we are going into the into the map. Where's the button I'm looking for? There it is. I found the button. Jeez, I'm sorry. I am so I am not braining today, I tell you what. We do see the variant ban again. So and oh, Maev getting the respect. Also, May going away again, but this time banned by the other team. House of Chez saying we don't want to mess with it either. Chromie going away. Chromie's a really strong hero, has been a strong hero for a long time, even through that last rework. Just oppressive. Not rework, last set of nerfs. Falstad does get picked up. The first pick of the draft here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We'll check. We'll just look, make sure the band talent doesn't get picked up. But that's not my place to do anything about. So
the Crusade calls. It's about damn time.
And Joanna swapping teams over to U.S. Army Esports. The Tychus pickup made it through as well, because House of Chez bans the May instead of the Tychus, so Tychus gets through. U.S. Army Esports bans, instead of May, bans Maev, and then instead of Falstad, bans Chromie, so Falstad gets picked up. Malfurion Mephisto, I am excited for this Malfurion Mephisto combo. Roots for days. That is correct. Not Vela with the good information in the chat. Ms. Windup Bird, please don't drink your candle. The ETC ban, you know what? Actually, that makes sense. The Malfurion and the Mephisto, I like that ETC ban. That's a lot of setup for the ETC. The Tassadar ban, really good poke, good the black hole to kind of disengage off of the combo. I think it's. I think that's a solid ban, and maybe someone left on USAE even plays Tassivar. Uther Sonya pickup, really beefy set of frontline again for Tomb of the Spider Queen for US Army Esports. I like the Joanna with the Uther. I like the Sonya. Sonya's really strong. Again, the Tychus not getting a whole lot of value yet. There it is, a Nubarak and Arthas. A Nubarak going to suffer a little bit into the Tychus, I think. And just going to heal the Sonya, but I think a Nubarak's more picked for the combo, not into the enemy team. Although wrapping the Uther, wrapping the Sonya could be really good. Arthas, a strong hero, did not get banned in the mid-ban phase this time, so we do get to see Mariner. We do get to pick or see that Arthas pick up, and we get Deathwing. I'm excited for the Deathwing. Let's see how this plays out. If Mariner subscribes to my channel, does that make him a Submariner? And let's get into the game. If I can press this button properly. What a long loading screen. Oh, you know what? I don't. Oh, honey, you're right. I can't do that. I forgot why. I had forgotten why, but now I remember. So yeah. Over here on House of Chez, now that we're in the game, the dude on the Falstad Chez makes on a Nubarak, Caribou on Malfurion, Flash on Mephisto, and Mariner on the Arthas. That is your team, House of Chez. US Army Esports. We got Fracture on Anduin. Wow, words are hard today. Surefire on the Tychus, Symbion on Uther, Pidgey on Deathwing, and Unicycle on the Sonya. Clearly, I need another drink to make the words flow a little bit better. And let's take a look. Oh no, it's not working. Oh, do I have uh-oh. I think I lost my friend. Did I lose my friend? There we go. I made it work. As we are bouncing around the battlefield, looking at everybody not doing anything because, I mean, this is Heroes of the Storm. Why should we, like, do things? So while, oh, that was definitely the button I meant to press. Let's take a look at these level 1 talents. And looks like we get a standard, both teams doing team rotations top and mid, but this will pick up that siege camp down below as Sonya and Arthas duke it out in the bottom lane. But oh, Arthas actually looking a little low. And Sonya not winning any of that action. really aggressive camping from House of Chez, and I like it. I like it. And really, I mean, this is how these games always start. It's like, you know, we're gonna do stuff, but are we really? Falstad trying to get those auto attacks in onto the Joanna. Joanna gonna walk away using that Iron Skin. But neither team. Oh no, U.S. Army Esports does have enough for turn-in, as they're looking to brawl over this objective. But now House of Chez has enough to turn in as well. Anubra getting zoned out by the Deathwing. Mephisto trying to get a little bit of clear, and then down in the bot lane, Sonya beating the crap out of Arthas. Level 7's come online for both teams at the same time. I'm so sorry. I've got my other monitors just throwing problems at me. We do get Cataclysm coming out of the Deathwing onto the Nubrak, but no, not quite there. Nubrak does go down. And I just lost. I can't see anything. Cool. There we go, I'm back. I'm back. I am so sorry. I'm just glad that Skippy is doing such a great job observing while I try to solve this problem. Oh, that's why. Okay, I understand now. So very Alright, let's see if I can, like, put my brain back in casting mode. I am so sorry about that. So, the first objective over to U.S. Army Esports doesn't get a whole lot done. Because, good defense from House of Chez. And that's unfortunate because the first objective just kind of fizzling out. House of Chez does get their own turn in, and now this is probably going to get a fort. And first fort usually takes a game. I mean, takes the game. No, actually, I'm glad y'all are talking about candles, because at least someone's talking when I'm not. Poor Skippy over here is like, I don't know what to look at. He's not talking. So, there we go. We did get a Twilight Dream out of Malfurion for, I don't think, anything. So, speaking of Twilight Dream, Mephisto, Endurance of Hate, Anubrak, Cocoon, Malfurion, Twilight Dream, Syndragosa on the Arthas, and Mighty Gust on Falstad. Anubrak does charge into the fort range, then walks back out. And no one's died yet. We have yet to have first blood. So really, you haven't missed anything. Both teams have had an objective. No fort's gone down. Oh, now there's first blood. Sonya gets wrapped by Anubrak. But, I mean, Uther gets wrapped by Anubarak. Sony takes out the Anubarak. First blood over to US Army Esports. Both teams have had an objective and no forts down. But we do get turn-in probably from Fracture here for US Army Esports. Fracture, you have turn-in. They have a person dead. Oh, that's definitely a button I meant to press. There we go. So the second set of web weavers coming in for US Army Esports. Probably gonna get the mid fort this time. They do have the bruiser camp marching in as well. Sonya going in to battle with the spin to win as a front line. Joanna like, yeah, we got Sonya. I'm gonna hang out with the dragon. As the whole team rotates up to this top fort now. This web weaver still looking pretty healthy. That mid fort down. That mid web weaver still at half health as well. And it looks like this fort is going to go down quite decisively. Falstad starting to back up, not wanting to get caught. Sonya going in for minions. You know, last time I cast, Pat and I just talked about like nothing at all until big fights happened. Like we'd just talk about whatever, and as long as we were showing what's going on, and then we talk about the fights and go back to whatever. So I'm struggling today. Mephisto does go down to the fiery breath of Deathwing. 2-0 now on the kill, 3-0 on the kill count for US Army Esports. Arthas did die there in the bottom right to the Sonya. He did get his quest done, so you know, hashtag worth. And that is a boss call. Anybody who knows me knows I hate boss throws. Here we go. So boss gets picked up, but House of Chez does get another turn in. So this set of web weavers is going to march into the boss, but not. But bottom and mid might get some value. Deathwing lighting them up like a candle. Wow, wind up bird. A really easy clear on the set of web weavers for US Army Esports. Looks like they really feel comfortable on this map together. The Jurors of Hate does go out, root onto the Uther, and there's the Twilight Dream from the Malfurion, and Uther does go down, but he's the first one to die for US Army Esports, so he does have that healing able to go up, still going to be able to put out armor. Fracture looking a little bit low, Mariner caught on the wrong side. Arthas does go down again, the Mighty Gust not able to go outside, but Pidgey going in back into his Pokeball as Deathwing falls to the Mephisto. The Falstad goes down too. Tychus just cleaning up. Sonya going down as well to the Mephisto. Again, that looked like a second Jurors of Hate because Mephisto building into Hysteria and Spite. Attaboy! Getting that cooldown reduction on the ult. So a 3 for 2 in what looked like a disastrous fight for House of Chez, turning into an advantage. So the turn-in may not have done much, but the kills came raining in. We got 5 kills out of that fight. Over half of the kills in the game just happened. All of the deaths for US Army Esports just happened. House of Chez really wanting to make quick work of these finals, saying we're gonna go game 2, we're gonna take game 3, and that's gonna be it. US Army Esports says, nah, we going 4. So let's go 5 games. I don't know about you guys, but let's go 5 games. Let's see how long it takes Taco to figure out how to cast again. Nice little camp pickup down bot. This siege camp down here on Tomb of the Spider Queen is a huge set of map pressure. Nice engage onto the root, the sleep. Oh, from the root, and then the Twilight Dream. Uther looking like he's in bad shape, is able to walk out a full health Cataclysm away from House of Chez, and Pidgey is going to gust on out of there. Wait, but Gust is on the foul stat. I don't know. However, nobody died, and that makes Taco sad. Both teams saying, I want to fight, but I don't want to get close to you. Stay away from me, but let's fight. But, as evidenced by everything that's not happening right now. But Fistula, I'm going to turn in. No, I'm not. We cool? We cool. We cool? We cool. We cool? And a new break gets out with no health left, but boom goes the mages with Deathwing just blowing up Falstad and Mephisto faster than we can even say what's going on. Arthas about to get caught. No, manages to get missed by the manages to get missed by the stun from the Deathwing, and is just gonna walk on out. Deathwing coming back down for a nice landing. Does have full armor placed. Arthas does end up falling. That's a lot of gems lost in general across those 3 deaths. Kill count 8-3. Let's check in on these talents before level 20s get hit. And a big siege from USAE into this mid keep. I'll tell you what, their ground game is strong. Jurors of Hate is thrown out onto a Sonya, who then does follow sleep. No Divine Shield able to come out and save the Sonya. That is the button I did not want to press. And Cocoon Uther gets brought out. A big fear from the Deathwing is gonna be enough to disengage. But a Nubrak chasing, Uther getting stunned, but then walks away. Nubrak saying, nah, I don't actually want to do this, as US Army Esports does get their turn in.
Descend, my daughters. Descend and destroy the blue team.
This bottom fort not long for this world. Five-man of House of Chez grouped up in the top lane. 4-man of US Army Esports in the bottom lane, looking to come in to the oh, did I do this right? Looking to come in onto this mid. How hard is it for me to say middle keep? Jeez. Now this bottom keep looking like it might fall next, but the Webweaver goes down. I don't know how well US Army Esports can siege into this, but Commander Odin is popped. They do have their level 20s. That is a big red button on the Odin. This bottom keep taking a lot of damage, but there's a big CC chain onto the Sonya, with Uther coming out of the cocoon, pops the Divine Shield on himself. I think we meant to put that on Sonya, but Sonya does walk out. Malfurion, the only one to die so far after a long set of good engage from House of Chez. US Army Esports is able to stick it out and then put it put all that damage into Malfurion. Malfurion going down. House of Chez still looking for that level 20, but trying to keep their base alive. And Deathwing says, peace! Bruiser camps picked up for both teams. Gonna try to get the lanes reset a little bit. Did that finally work? House of Chez does get the turn in. There's the There is the Cataclysm into the top lane, onto the Web Weaver. Malfurion gonna go down to the Deathwing. Arthas taking out the Deathwing in return. The Destroyer destroyed. Nice wind tunnel with the Mimic from the Mephisto. That's gonna be a lot of damage going out, but Mephisto does go down, and a Nubrek as well. Tychus coming in. The Odin out, being destructive as all get out. But look at this mid Web Weaver, trying to get some balance to the lane. Probably going to get this mid fort. This bottom Web Weaver still looking okay. Might get this bottom fort as well, but with 3 down, a 4v2 into core is probably where we're going to go. Can Arthas and Falstad defend 4 into the core? There's the level 20s. Mighty Gun or Wind Tunnel back up. And Tychus goes down. The core's at 49%, 44%. Sony goes down as well. That is a core defense. Also what we like to call a nice regen overstay. At least that's what it's called colloquially. Let me jump up to this boss call. And that is a boss call for House of Chez.
Go, my web weavers. Slaughter the blue team.
But red Web Weavers come out again. US Army Esports with the turn, and this bottom keep hanging on for dear life. But the Web Weaver's not lasting very long. Web Weavers get taken out mid and bottom. Top one pushing without anything because that boss just got cleared by US Army up in the top lane. So really just kind of a little bit of extra breathing room for USAE here on that turn in House of Chez. I wonder what kind of Chez mix they are. Now I want to know. Frosted, heavily sugared, plain, boring plain, the kind no kid wants to eat, regular Chez mix that you just pour a whack ton of sugar on. Can I really? I clearly don't know the full extent of what the word means. I thought it was just like creepy guys spending money on chicks. Huh. So back to this game where we're 24 minutes in on Tomb of the Spider Queen and there's still cores up. Oh, a great disengage from the Falstad with the wind tunnel, getting rid of US Army Esports into the wall, setting up a lot of time for damage to go out and the Cataclysm to get Deathwing out. 200 health left, he makes it out. Tychus cocooned back behind the team, so gets out safely as well. No one dies, but wow, what a save. Deathwing getting out with no health, Joanna at half health, and a huge save by Falstad. That's probably play of the game for for Falstad with that disengage, stopping what was almost certain disaster for House of Chez mix. So nobody has turned in. All the camps are taken. So I guess we're all just gonna sit here for 5 minutes while things respawn, and everybody earns their gyms back. I mean, Ms. Windabird, I get it. Like, I don't understand all of Twitch's rules anymore, and I think they keep changing them like daily, like everything else in life. So I don't know. I'll just let you pay my bills if I get banned. A great root Cinder Ghost coming up from the yard. I think that was 3 in the root. And nice disengage fear from the unstoppable Deathwing. There's another huge wind tunnel from the Falstad, putting 3 against the wall. Practice is going to go down. No more tanks. Sonya looking low, but Tyke is going to be the next to fall thanks to the Mephisto with the Mimic, and Deathwing falls to the Falstad as well. That's going to be 4-5 down and team wipe for a House of Chez. And that is probably game number 2. And, so yeah. Wow. I mean, I think they should have, done boss. Wow, why can't, it was sarcastic, but I still couldn't say it. I think they should have gone to boss, right? And gotten that to push. Wow, what a turnaround from House of Chez. US Army Esports, you got 3 games left. Make them count. This is a best of 5. No point doing a best of 5 if we don't go to at least 4. Here's the stat page. I'll go to talents here in a second since I left the stats up. But wow, that is not how I expected. Sorry, handling a little bit of this technical stuff. All right, talents. I was gonna show you talents. Talents. There's the talents. Fantastic discussion of candles. By the way, love the candles. I don't need more candles in my house. But I love the discussion. I love the smells. What I could use. I didn't change the screen. There we go. There are the talents. So, back in spectacular fashion came House of Chez. Again, I thought US Army Esports had it ended a couple of times there. And they rebelled it. They just rebelled it. And it feels so bad to watch. Honey, don't forget to, or maybe I can, don't forget to choose a prediction. Got it. Big winner of points for whoever chose House of Chez on that one. Should be a lot of points looking at how the spread was. So, for zero other reason than I want to see more than 3 games, I am now officially rooting for US Army Esports for the next 2 games. And then game 5, I don't care. But, chat, let's rally up a game 3 and a game 4 to push us into game 5. Also, I want to give another big shout out to my wonderful observer, because clearly if I had to use the brain function to move around the map, my mouth would just stop working. So, speaking of Skippy, I did not mean to air our queuing screen to the world, so I hope you have no rank shame, because it just got shown there with me. So where am I? I'm like clicking everywhere now. There it is. Yeah, That's right, Silver. Let's go Army Esports. U.S. Army Esports even. I have not seen a lobby posted yet. So let's look at the maps we have left. We've got Dragonshire, Garden of Terror, Towers of Doom, and Volskaya. So, oh yeah, so if we goes to 5 games, we go to all but one map with the others banned. Ew. So here's hoping for a Gardens game. Let's go to Gardens. Does that make me a bad person? I think it's fine. While we're in this lull, waiting for a lobby, here's Dairy Doodle. Are you sleeping, buddy? Oh, you're tuckered out. And for those of you that missed it at the beginning, yes, I do have my new tortilla blanket because I am a taco. I know some of you like Carrizzo and Silver will appreciate it. There is June 5th is the Region ARAM tournament put together by my lovely wife, getting it all planned and figured out. There are a few links below to sign up and donate. It is if you can't tell by the pink ribbon making up one of the A's in ARAM, it is a charity tournament raising money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. You and 4 of your friends, or if you're like everybody else on the internet and don't have friends, you and 4 other random strangers from Reddit or Craigslist, sign up and come raise some money for breast cancer research and have fun, because who doesn't want an ARAM tournament? Like, hell yeah. Some of your, hopefully some of your favorite casters will be there. We'll be there, whether or not we're your favorite. That's the hope. But Arrow's gonna cast, Murda's gonna cast, I'm gonna cast. We're gonna have depending on how many teams sign up, we might have a few other casters thrown in. Plus, like I'm gonna have Kyrakun co-casting. And I don't know if Arrow and Murda have co-casters picked up yet, but yeah. Skippy, you can join off of me. But the yeah, so that's June 5th. It's, I believe, it's single elimination best of 3 ARAM tournament. And I'm super excited about it. Would y'all like to know what map we're going to? I'm gonna assume that was enough time to let you respond to, yes, Taco, we would. Stop staring at the camera silently and tell us what's happening. Well, we are going to, from one Spidershire to the other. My husband is dead! And, yeah, so, you know, Rexar bands. Looks like this was picked by USAE again. Gonna be fun. We're gonna be bouncing around the map a lot. Yeah. Good thing I can make 8 map keys. So I'm gonna do that early on. I'm gonna introduce the teams and then I'll bounce around the map setting those hotkeys. Because it's every game, so I don't know, I just learned about it. I'm really excited about it. Shout out to Arrow for teaching me. And looks like both teams are ready to jump in. And poor Skippy, they don't ask the observer if he's ready. Oh. But we are going into the draft for the Dragonshire. Sylvanas. Okay. Okay. Miss Windenberg, no, there is no free variant tonight. Sit. Sit. Oh, you don't have any room. And Falstad does get banned again. Those gusts were phenomenal. Sylvanas, hit it. Yeah. So beautiful Gus, worthy of that Falstad ban again. May goes away as well. Darian Mo Snacks wants Mo Snacks. Makes sense. The death of Icarus, that is correct. And a Maiev ban. Looks like Maev's gonna stay permabanned after that first game, so I mean, very well played Maev. Very destructive. Joanna comes out first pick since the Falstad's gone. First pick for Chez games 1 and 3. Did get picked up by Fracture for the first USAE pick on game number 2, and we do get to see the Tassadar come out based off of that ban in game 1. I'm excited for the Tassadar, and this Brightwing is going to do a lot to change that top lane. The dude picking up Junkrat, going to be destructive on those objectives again. Just lots of bombs, lots of mines. I call them Junkrats. I forget what they're. Concussion mine. But I generally refer to them as Junkrats. So we're gonna see people getting Junkratted all over the place. Sylvanas, what are you looking for? You need another treat? You need another snack? Zool going away in the mid ban. How does House of Chez respond? Sonya ban. Sonya has been really impactful for US Army Esports, and while not quite grabbing a game, Sonya has definitely been a threat to deal with. Oh, Mariner, I see your posture check from a while ago. Sorry about that. Thank you for making sure I don't have a hurt back tomorrow morning. Diablo Greymane. I like that. Bullet, Diablo, Tassadar to finish up. Or just Diablo Tassadar and then go for the throw. Either way. Locking down that Lunara and Junkrat are... see, that's... Lunara has good escape. Junkrat, a little less escapey, but still pretty slippery. And the Joanna is just hard to get. So I don't know how I see this going, but the Malthael pick up to help finish off kills as well. This is going to be an interesting game for USAE, although the draft with Junkrat, Dahaka, some heroes that you don't really see as much, in this mid-level play, I'm also intrigued. So I don't know. I don't know. Chat, I know everyone wants USAE to win this one so that we can go to a game number 4. But what do you think about these drafts?
Heroes, prepare for combat.
Alright, so in the blue corner for House of Chez, we've got Mariner on Dahaka, Caribou on the Anduin, Chesmix on the Joanna, the Dude on Junkrat, and Flash rocking the Lunara. Over here in the red corner for the U.S. Army Esports, Pidgey on Tassadar, Simeon on Brightwing, Surefire on Greymane, Fracture on Diablo, and Unicycle on the Malthiel. That is, again, U.S. Army Esports. Let's see if I can get these buttons mashed up real quick. Let's go. Nothing's happening. They're all just roaming around the mid. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Alright, everybody comes down into the bot lane. I got my buttons set up. I am super excited to have that working. It's going to be important to do like in my games as well. Yeah, you can do that in regular games. You don't just have to be an observer. You can map those points to your F5 through 8 buttons. So let's take a look at these level 1 talents, because everybody loves level 1 talents.
You think yourself worthy to
And soon, when we get talents to put on loan, they're gonna be big loans with large interest rates, and they'll break your kneecaps if you don't pay them back. Both teams picking up. Oh, ooh, excuse me. Where did that come from? Both teams picking up the siege camp.
Inherit the Dragon Knight's power and lay waste to this forsaken.
Yeah, we see Malthiel running around doing stuff. I mean, Miss Windabird, isn't every build annoying? Isn't Junkrat just the annoying hero? A nice wall from the Tassadar. Joanna going to get flipped around by the Diablo, though, instead. Not going to combo into the wall. And blue lasers are out for House of Chez. Early opportunity to cap, but Lunara having to get chased back. Malthiel going up to double soak. Getting the call from the team that clear, but the tongue from downtown. Gonna grab Malthiel, pull him in. Malthiel looking a little bit low, gonna try to stay alive from the Dahaka, getting the heals off of, I think that is the Q is the AoE. I think W is the race strike and the A is the, I mean the Q is the active, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Yeah, Soul Rip I think is the Q. And getting a lot of heals off that Soul Rip from the Dahaka, and also the Wave barely staying alive. But that's what makes Malthiel so strong. Dahaka picking up that top shrine though. So lasers not active. Vel, you say that's not very nice, but let me tell you, I'm just glad I don't know anybody that likes playing Junkrat. Love you, Pat. And a big charge across the terrain for Diablo. Getting the flip on the Joanna. Here comes a stealth Greymane who was working on that bruiser camp. Brightwing coming in with the big heals though. Blazers blue yet again. And Lunara not getting the channel because the minion is the MVP. Is that enough time? No, the dragon does still get channeled. My husband is Lunara's armor? I don't know. I don't understand how the Queen of Thorns really operates this whole thing, but the dragon's marching top lane. Lunara's driving the dragon. Let's grab this health fountain. Let's get hit by the tower. Yeah? Okay. Let's take tower shots. We'll kick a Malthael. We're gonna get lasered by the Tassadar. Is Tassadar an auto attack bit? No. And this dragon is dead. Dragon clear. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Wait, where did the... Huh. The little dog was sleeping here, and then I just saw the big dog get up. So, I don't know. Nice siege pickup for House of Chez. Also, US Army Esports picking up their own. Bot lane is where all the action at. So Junkrat and Anduin getting their bruiser camp. Yeah, that'll happen. But bottom lane is what is the bee's knees. Malthael, Dahaka, just kind of, we'll check in on them every now and then like that. It's cool, but we know they ain't doing nothing. And let's see some push out of US Army Esports. Lunara harassing the crap out of Malthael, just all that fake damage, just wearing him down. Nowhere for him to go, really. Except back towards the fort, trying to stay alive. Rotating up onto the Dahaka as we have the 4-man for US Army Esports rotate into mid against the 4-man of House of Chez. And by 4-man, I mean 3 because the damage deal is both staying down in the bot lane. Leave it to the players, always got to make the caster wrong. Level 10's picked up for both teams. Leaping Strikes, Blessed Shield, Light Bomb, Riptire, and a murder on Dahaka. I heard Cursed Bullet go out. So Dahaka nor Diablo have picked their hero. Oh no, Diablo did. We get Blink Heal, Black Hole, Cursed Bullet, like I said it a second ago. Apocalypse and Last Rites for US Army Esports, and that is Isolation. I can never tell if it's Isolation or Adaptation for Dahaka. The icons look similar to my untrained eye. But Junkrat keeping Diablo away, and there's a trap in there still too. What? I thought, how many times can he do that? Hitting an enemy hero reduces the cooldown by 10. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody kill that Junkrat. If we can leave Junkrat permadead, I'd be okay. Oh, that is obnoxious. A nice charge onto the Riptire. Big brain moves from Diablo. Getting rid of what could be a very disruptive ult. Used to be a cooldown for it, but, you know, it's worth it. May have liked to engage on the Junkrat for that too, if I can get to him. But, there's a reason I'm not playing in the Div C finals. And the lasers are red for US Army Esports. Diablo going to try to get the channel, but Lunara already there, going to stop that business. Lunara said, nah, this is my statue. Junkrat able to take the bottom shrine away from US Army Esports. Malthael and Dahaka fighting over the Sun Shrine. Maybe, no, Malthael going to keep Dahaka having to go back to clear, try to keep those structures up. Brightwing coming back down, maybe to, nope, just gonna bypass the camp because Brightwing, right? Like, hello, no bribe on the bribe wing. So going down to meet the rest of the team, Greymane, Jermaine as he's known in some circles, get in that cleanup for, that mid lane. And I believe I saw a Leap of Faith get pulled out, but Joanna going right back in. The Cursed Bullet, the Unstoppable getting cleared away. The Iron Skin shield running out. There is a charge onto her from the Diablo, but getting rooted by Anduin. The Brightwing with the face shift gonna keep Diablo alive for a little bit longer, but no armor available in Diablo. They're both scary. Goes down. That's gonna be Souls. And that's the first kill for House of Chez. Great effort from the Brightwing and everyone else in trying to keep Diablo alive. But Anduin keeping Joanna absolutely alive in such beautiful fashion. Every step of the way, Anduin ahead of that Diablo. And he just couldn't get back out. And because of that, lasers go to House of Chez and Lunara once again saying, my husband is, I kick you away. I know it sounds like the Queen of Thorns says my husband is dead, but she says my husband is, I kick you away. Yeah, let's get a good look at that dragon. Look at the detail of that armor. Nice and blue and gold. And I think he's even got teeth. There it is. Oh no! Oh, ooh, he turned a little green there. I finally got my buttons working in time. Malthael coming for some clear. And it looks like House of Chez trying to stop or ward off any flanks from behind while they go in for this bottom fort. How's Tassadar doing on that quest? And Dahaka's almost done with his Essence quest, so he's got that going for him. Nice little wallbang from Diablo, and then the Cursed Bullet to get rid of the Iron Skin, but that's about it. Greymane follows his Cursed Bullet up and not able to get a whole lot out of it. Diablo already back to 32 souls. Well,
my beloved is gone, but his power remains.
You said it, Queen of Thorns. That's exactly right. My beloved is gone, but his power remains, and then other stuff because the caster's talking over me. So it looked like US Army Esports is going to head up top and try to help defend with the Malthael, but that camp does get cleared up. That fort, about half health, maybe a third. And US Army Esports deciding instead to try to siege into this bottom tower. No fort's gone just yet. But maybe not wanting Diablo to get baited into that fort again. But instead they rotate mid. They're going to get a pick onto Lunara. No, gets headbutted across the gate. Malthael picking up this bruiser camp. Let's, is that the button? That's the button. He's going to go and get that grabbed and is going to go back top. Not going to worry about getting that shrine back. Going to get some clear. Now headed to the shrine to fight with this Dahaka. As we have a fight down here in the bottom lane. That does get cleared up right as I get down there. So back to Malthael versus Dahaka. As, I mean, it's two heroes that I don't play and they stay alive forever. So we can watch this. Or we can go back down to where everybody's fighting. And a huge Junkrat knocking two out into the bruiser camp area away from the shrine. So this moon shrine gonna turn blue or at least neutral. Dahaka, and by which I mean Diablo, charging in. There's the APOC, but doesn't flip Junkrat onto it, but instead off. There is the light bomb on top of the Joanna after the blast shielding out. Greymane with no health left. Rolling out and getting saved by the Brightwing. Brightwing also no health either, but Fracture looking low. There is the Pixie Dust. Is it going to be enough in the blink? Oh my god, no! Diablo's almost dead. No! Tassadar's going to fall first instead. Brightwing without enough buttons to keep everybody alive. Not. Oh, man. Oh, Dahaka, not Dahaka, Diablo Greymane, buy your healer a drink. Oh my lord. And now we do camps. Lasers are blue. We've seen 2 dragons, and a fort has not gone down yet. Dahaka trying to make sure that Diablo stays involved in this channel and gets pulled in, gets Blessed shielded. Diablo's still alive though, thanks to Brightwing coming on in, but there's the ha from the Lunara. 1,000 health, but it's all yellow, and Diablo goes down yet again, but at 98 souls, he does not immediately come back, but he is still a beefy boy when he does. And this time it'll be Dahaka picking up this Dragon Knight. Look how fierce this thing is. Bottom fort goes down. Makes sense. Okay. Okay, Derry, okay. Oh, the unstoppable onto the Tassadar, or Malthael. Oh, Malthael using his own unstoppable. That makes sense. It's called Inevitable End. A 20-second unstoppable, that's huge. Brightwing working so hard. Riptire goes out, but does not go off this time. And I think I just noticed something for the first time, but now I've got to wait and see. I think these dragons on the forts and keeps turn towards who they're attacking. So I'm interested. It makes sense since the towers do that. The dragon does go away. There's the APOC slam onto Joanna, gets flipped over, but the Iron Skin comes out. There is a cursed bullet, but nobody dies. You know what my favorite thing as a caster is? When nobody dies. There's all this fighting and then no one dies, and then everybody's just like, well, I'm gonna go chill until I have buttons back. And then nobody ever dies, and then we talk about things happening, but nothing's really happening because nobody dies. Absolute favorite thing. Totally. I have no idea what sarcasm is. Quick camp pickup though. House of Chez 5-manning this camp, saying bruisers are scary. We gotta do this together. Yeah, Ms. Winebird, that's what I thought. I thought Brightwing was gonna be spending a lot more time with Malthael trying to turn that lane. Or rather, not turn it, but give it an early advantage.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The shrines will soon be active again.
Oh, Camp's got. Camp's getting cleared. And Tank's zoning. Fracture, mountain up, headed on down to the team. Gonna lead the charge of 5, but Junkrat doing a Junkrat, but it reduces the cooldown, so it doesn't matter. Although apparently the explosion has no cooldown, it's just the cooldown of the mine. So if you throw out a mine and wait a while, then you can, even without the cooldown talent, you can pop it, throw out another one immediately, and then pop it. So, you know, Junkrat does things. Lunar going in onto the Greymane. Poison damage going out. There is the cleanse from the Brightwing. I hear a cursed bullet. There's a Riptire going out. Dahaka doing Dahaka things underneath. There is no Malthael. This is a 4v5. US Army Esports needs to be careful. They have no fort to fall back to. Lots of damage, but cursed bullet and Apocalypse, the only heroics being used for US Army Esports, Blessed Shield and Riptire did get you, although Riptire might have been a ways ago. I forget what the cooldown is on it. But for being a 4v5, US Army Esports came out well for it, but this Malthael might be going down. Brightwing, apparently no Z yet, is able to get the Blink heal, and there is the Tacitar Q. Cursed Bullet again to Haka, ducking it though. Going low, charge into the wall, flip, Q again. That level 16 on Diablo is so strong, and Haka goes down, bringing kill count 3-2 into this objective. Blue lasers, but 4v5, House of Chez looking for an opportunity to push US Army Esports out while at a disadvantage so they can channel this dragon. It looks like they might have this opportunity now with the Riptire and the Light Bomb with the Black Hole, able to get a little bit of disengage. The Blessed Shield was back up, gets used to hold all four still. Diablo trying to run away. Malthael able to pick up the cap on the top shrine though, so that this dragon does not go over to House of Chez. Diablo losing his souls. Here's a look at the level 20s as things look to maybe reset just a little bit. Intensifying Toxin, Radiating Faith, Glyph of Faith, the improved Isolation Contagion. That is a skill shot though, but now it splashes. And the Riptire improvement extra oomph. Oh. So that's how it's a short cooldown. Junkrat does go get the Sunshine, but US Army Esports does pick up the Moon. Let's see real quick. Oh, we got Invisible Friends. There's a charge. APOC, no flip though. The Leap of Faith, the big time coming out of the Hano, and he does have 2 charges. The last right's not going to get a kill onto the Joanna, but there is the Light Bomb. Then the Leaping Strike from the Lunara, getting caught in that black hole, but Diablo and Brightwing, the only ones to go down. Low health, Joanna and Lunara. But who went back? Joanna going back. Dahaka waiting patiently for Lunara to pick up the shrine. Gonna get the dragon, and this could be an ending dragon for House of Chez. Invisible Friends, Kugel Blitz. I don't know why I'm hovering over Hunter's Blunderbuss, Hellgate, and none can stop death. No one can stop death. That's why I hover over. Picked up for US Army Esports. This dragon could spell big time, bad time for USAE and everybody that wants to see more than 3 games. And that is the bottom keep. And this dragon marching on into the core can probably just go straight core, but not quite sure. There's the APOC. Diablo trying to keep the rest of the damage off of the core so that his own damage dealers can peel off this dragon. A triple kill picked up for House of Chez, and gonna make it 4 as Last Rites goes out, but Malthael dies. Last Rites not getting killed. No one can stop death. Coming back though, Malthael trying to come in and get some damage out, and the sweep goes over to House of Chez. I'll see if I can find someone for a Weber view. GG's over to House of Chez. Sad to see US Army Esports knocked out, but there can only be one team that moves forward. And I'm going to hop over into a lobby in NGS for a House of Chez interview. Let's see. There we go. Let me see. So, oh, posture check. Thank you, Minor Prophet. So Lunara with a lot of damage, able to getting the Haka and Joanna able to clear a lot of room, and the Junkrat with just super disruptive. It'll clear a lot of room for Lunara's fake damage coming in, giving Brightwing a lot of extra stuff to heal. Junkrat also bringing up some big numbers. Here we go. Where did the puppies go? Sylvanas. The numbers from House of Chess here are really impressive, and Anduin keeping everybody alive in all of the situations just about. Anduin working hard, but big shout out to Brightwing as well. Just Brightwing doing a lot of work to keep that team alive. Just the oppressive nature of the Lunara, the Junkrat being so disruptive was just a little bit too much to handle. And so in sweeping fashion, looks like we have the entire house of Chez here. Congratulations, guys, on C East finals, going on to the grand finals for Div C. How are y'all feeling? Yeah,
I think it goes without saying we're feeling pretty good, and I'm sure you guys feel the exact same way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, tough games, fun games, but like definitely glad and just like excited.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Woo!
I've done enough of these interviews all season long, so I think I'm gonna let the rest of my team have a voice this time around, so you guys can handle this interview. But I'll start things off by saying we're going to the fucking Super Bowl, baby.
You are going to the Super Bowl. That is correct. And it started what, an hour ago, figuring out who you're playing against is we'll check that. We'll check out that match here in a little bit. So we don't actually know if you're playing Roll1 Esports or Cool Cats and Kittens. Did y'all how did y'all feel coming into this match? Obviously it's the finals, there's a lot of pressure, but like if you could give an honest, not that you wouldn't, but like an accurate self-assessment. Did you think you were going to sweep it? Did you think it was going to be closer? The games themselves were close. I thought the Dragonshire, they didn't get a fort down at all, but it looked like any fight could turn. The Tomb of the Spider Queen, they had your core down in the 40s. So what did you expect out of the match, and how did the match compare?
I can definitely say I think that Flash did some excellent scouting, and we saw in chat both in drafting and on the stream that people were saying like, hey, can you let Varian through? And it was just like, if we let them get Varian, we were lost. So we didn't want that to happen, definitely. And just like, we knew that was one of their best strats, one of their best comps, and I figured that like maybe we would let them get some cheesy comp like a Cho'Gall again, or something a little bit weird, and they might take one game off of us. But like, I was pretty confident that we were going to do pretty well during the series.
And in terms of in-game, I don't think there was ever really a moment where we lost like our cool. It's just like, even when the core was going down, Flash was yelling out directions and just like keeping everybody focused and keeping everybody on the same page. And we were just trying to do our job, whatever we were set out to do, that we're just trying to get that done.
Well, you did. It looked great. So game number 1, Infernal Shrines. So y'all picked first pick, and then they picked map pick every time. Which I thought was a little bit surprising, and let me actually go update the score. Infernal Shrines, y'all got to do a Maiev Orphea comp that made me really happy, and when I saw the Orphea, I was like, did we get a Maiev? I was hoping for it, and we did. I was excited. Executed really well. I forget, who is the Maiev player? Flash?
Yeah, that was Flash.
Okay. How long was that the plan the whole time, was going for Maiev Orphea, or did it just kind of shape that way? We're like, hey, we can make this work out. What was the plan going into that draft?
Wow, it's hard to say without Flash actually initiating the conversation, but I think we actually went into that knowing that we wanted to do Orphea and Maiev. But I think they let us through with Anduin and Joe, and that helped us to seal the deal.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I like the Anduin. The Anduin too. I like the Joanna with it, getting that condemn setup. The falling sword kind of surprised me, but it makes sense too. Falling sword, condemn, good grouping for the cage. Someone else was about to say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, we went into that comp thinking that Orpheum Maiev would be kind of strong. We also, wanted first pick just because if they had let Falstad through, he's also just like a really strong hero right now, and Gust on Infernal Shrines is also fairly strong. So
Yeah, the Gust was well, no, they banned it. The Gust in game 2 was nuts. But game 1, yeah, they got the early advantage, but then once y'all hit level 10 and your combo came online, it was just done. And I think that's, unless there's anything else I'm missing from game 1, I think that about covers that one.
No, you got everything.
So game number 2, not Infernal Shrines, Tomb of the Spider Queen, a map where I like to run the Maiev Orphea comp, which wasn't gonna happen again. That Maiev was a pretty quick ban. It was again really back and forth, like you said earlier. You're cool, calm, and collected even while they're knocking down your core. Y'all banned the Mei. They banned the Mei against you game 1, and then you banned the Mei game 2. Now, granted, I like to play Mei, but what's up with not letting Mei happen this series, guys?
they have a 100% win rate with Mei.
You know that
So
that might be worth it. But didn't they ban Mei against you?
I also think, Chez is a fantastic tank player, and his Mei is also quite amazing. I know on
Amazing.
Dragonshire during the season, he had a couple ice walls that let us use our ults against 2 or 3 heroes. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were just scared of him picking it up.
No, that makes sense. So I think the real nuts and bolts of that comp was Mephisto Malfurion, right?
Actually, we were hoping to play really, really late game in that moment where they had they're really good with Joe. As you can see, that it was close game, 13-12, and all we need to do is just play the late game until someone make a mistake or we make a play at the end, and that's what happened.
Yeah, but I guess what I meant was as far as the comp design going into it, like what was the driving, or is that what you mean? Like the driving factor of the comp was a late game comp.
Right. Yep.
Okay. Okay, I gotcha.
I think we also had to pivot a little bit in draft because we had this Anubrak Malfurion set up, and we were ready to dive them, and then all of a sudden they just kept picking beefier and beefier heroes, and we couldn't really pull that off.
Sonya, Uther, the tank,
Deathwing was actually. I mean, props to them. They with that Deathwing pick that caught us off guard, but as long as that we play our game, we kept it together, right? Like Storm League, I think that would have been harder to play against, but just because the coordination is involved, as long as that we're aware that Deathwing is around the area, then yeah.
Well, it worked out really well. It looked a little nervous, little interesting, but you're right that it's not over until one of the cores is at 0. So it looked good. But again, as back and forth as that was, I'm interested in where you thought the turning points were. If there were points where y'all were already looking at game 3, kind of take me through the roller coaster of that game.
Well, we have turn advantage, and they want to threaten core. So I guess one of the mistakes they pushed up was pushing top keep for no value, right? Like what are they gonna do with keep? Get another lane presence. So as soon as they overcommit, we rip Sinagosa, we rip Gus, and that was it. That's pretty much the game.
Yeah, and like Caribou said earlier, I think it was just this sort of idea of once we get 20s, we really come online, and we think we're gonna get a really good engage then and be able to beat them. So just kind of wait, till 20.
And I can at least say that when me and Falstad, the dude, were defending there, when it got to 44, I won't lie that in my head I was like, I am accepting that my character is about to die. And the fact that we were able to survive and then everybody came back and we were able to defend well, and just ripping Syndragosas when you had a grouping of people allowed for a lot of great plays.
Oh yeah, in that moment, I totally thought I was gonna get picked, and then Arthas was gonna get killed, and then like they were just gonna end. But I mean, Mariners did a great job of just sticking near me, keeping me alive, and then once Malfurion was up, we got a gust into that Twilight Dream. So
yeah, it
I
was
mean, it worked
dirty.
out, but I was terrified.
The saving gust in that mid lane, like several minutes before the end of the game, because y'all had that other one up top that Arthas then got a really good Cindy off of, but the other gust then where even when Deathwing got out with no health, Uther got out after the cocoon, no one died, but that gust just saved so much, and I think that's the play of the game, but that's my casting opinion. And then you defended core, you got a boss, you started to march it in, couldn't quite get there. They got a turn in. They're pushing on core again, I think, and then y'all are able to go in and wipe them one more time and take core. Did I put in one too many core pushes from them?
No, that's exactly how it was. That when we were pushing with boss, I remember Flash saying, "Watch out for the Deathwing rolling," and I was trying to figure out how he's gonna roll in. It's oh shoot, and I think that was a they could have. I can't say they could have took that, but that's put us on. We had to make sure that we defended our core from that point. So
yeah, I mean it worked out great. And without repeating that so many times, that just the defense was great. The gusts were fantastic. The healers earned their pay tonight. I tell you what, for both teams, absolutely phenomenal healing done. The Anduin game 3. Speaking of, just from the moment that Diablo charged in on Joanna in the bot under the bot fort, and you rooted him at the end of the charge, and so he couldn't do anything else, and then he ends up dying. That's just, I don't know. That just kind of set the pace, I think, for the rest of the game. So Caribou, great job on that. But like, is that kind of where, to me, that felt like the momentum, maybe not a shift, but just like that seemed like what put the driving force behind the rest of that game.
right. And my motto for at least for the healer, and the job itself is try to help out where our teammate may make a mistake, or maybe in a poor position. And if I could make a play that I could save them, then they could come back right in, cancel whatever they did, their QE combo, and then just go back in, right? And so that Diablo was having a hard time against anyone, and I think it really paid off.
Yeah, it did. It worked out really well. Speaking of which, what do you think of the upcoming rework to Anduin?
I can't say I'm not liking it, but I'm hoping that I think anyway is still valuable with the right comp, right? But maybe I don't know if he's going to be S tier. So
he looks like he's going to be a really strong battle healer, though. Like instead of just hanging out in the bag, I think he's going to have a much more offensive presence. Just having looked over it once, so I'm excited to see it. And then Chez on the Joanna, another hero getting a bit of a change. You've played Joanna twice tonight. What are you thinking about these Joanna changes coming up?
I'm actually not familiar with the changes. But...
Read the patch notes.
Thank you for saying that. Someone needs to say.
You what, Chez?
No, I think that's just. I'm kind of sad to hear that she's changing because she's been like staple. I think she's like actually my most played character by far. So.
Yeah, I mean she's good. She's a solid tank. Just gonna have to be getting used to changes. I think she might be getting a buff out of it all. So still this game 3. Did they get a dragon? Did they get the first? No, y'all got all the dragons.
Yeah, I think the solo lane helped out in terms of 1v1 with the Haka and Malthael. There's no way they could have I didn't think that there was any way to win that lane. Then as soon as we poke them out, like ruling them down the bot, it was easy for us to get the dragon.
Yeah, the Lunara presence was really strong there. Dahaka getting around. and Junkrat just wreaking havoc on that bottom point. This draft looks like it was designed to stall out control points, and there's 3 of them: the 2 shrines, the dragon. So it worked out really well. I thought they had a really good engage comp. I thought they were going to be able to execute a little bit better, but between Joanna and Anduin, there's just so much defense there that then the Junkrat and Dahaka can then disrupt it if they do get anything started well. So the comp worked out really strong. That's kind of my view of the 3 games. Is there anything out of them that I missed, maybe misevaluated?
I mean, the only thing I want to throw out there is like, third game, I thought I was doing pretty well. I was throwing out concussion mines, booping people off the control point on bot and stuff. And just every once in a while, I'd get a little bit too confident, a little bit too cocky, and Diablo would see me throw a Q and just charge in on me, either just against a wall or like with the APOC combo. And I remember 3 different times, I just kind of like threw my hands up like, well, I'm dead. Take a sip of water, I'll sit back, and then just the Anduin pull immediately out of danger. And it was just like fantastic and amazing and just right there when I needed it. So shout out to Caribou.
Well, you didn't
Thanks.
die at all. So, and so that kind of segues into the question I like to ask, which this time I'm not asking 5 people. So, however y'all want to do it. I know you haven't watched the replays yet. You haven't gone back and watched the cast, or however you watched the replay. Y'all haven't really had a chance to talk about it, I imagine. But who's the MVP tonight?
I'm going to toss a vote out for Caribou. Caribou hasn't healed us for about 7 seasons, and tonight, that last game, he was just clutch, and that won us the game. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic, but yes, Caribou, I'm going to toss my vote out for him.
Yeah, I'd have to say Caribou as well.
Although I do have to give like honorable mention game 2, I think every single Sindragosa that came out of Arthas game 2 was amazing, like well placed, well timed, exactly where we needed it to be.
That's good. I was having a few technical issues on game 2, so I didn't see all of them, unfortunately. I'm sure they were on the screen. I just may have personally missed them. But the ones that I saw were really good, especially post level 20, getting a 3-man root or more up in the top lane. Arthas play was phenomenal. So that's what 2.5 votes to Caribou already.
I would at least throw 1 vote to a superfan in the chat. The D3, we could the joke atrocious. No, D3 Icarus, for being a great super sub and perfect for practices and a great teammate. Also, Def 1300 would be my honorable mention, but those are my that's my MVP call.
All right. Well, I think the votes end up taking it to Caribou, but the subs always definitely worth a mention. I think healers. I think what ends up happening is everyone's like, healers don't get appreciated enough, so they always get MVP to make up for it. But the healing that is in no way meant to diminish the healing. Caribou, absolutely fantastic job. I think healers normally should be MVPs for the amount of work you do to keep your team alive, the amount of hair you're pulling out or is turning gray because your teammates just keep suiciding and they don't listen to, like, hey guys, they're killing me, come help. And also because, do they ever really get you enough drinks to say thanks?
I think I'm gonna have enough drinks, so definitely. I think tonight. I think I deserve it.
Yeah, there you go. So really great set. And after we're done here, I'm gonna send us over to the C West final so that you guys can see who you're going to fight for the Div C Grand Championship. But before we go, all 5 of y'all are all here. Let's get some shout outs.
I love this team. You guys are great. Shout out to all 5 of you guys, or 4 of you. Shout out to myself, apparently. Death of Icarus, Death 1300s, no dice. I don't even know where you live anymore, but apparently you're still in our roster. But we love you to death. You guys are great. Thanks for a good series.
Yep.
Shout out to the whole Division C East, and also to your dogs that was there earlier, at least chewing on a shoe. So I did that.
Thank you. Who still hasn't gone? That wants to.
Well, I think it's already mentioned, at least the Div C. I think this season is 6. So.
I'll just shout out to US Army Esports for a good game, an exciting finals.
I can give a shout out to all the casters who cast us this season, and like all the casters who put in all the work to like. What's the caster like cast rate this season? It's like 70% of live games or something ridiculous.
It's
like,
pretty. It's been pretty good. Past several seasons have been.
yeah, just like to everyone who's like put in all that effort. It's always nice to know that someone's watching. You know.
Makes you play better too, right? Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't know about everybody else, but I imagine they feel the same way, otherwise they wouldn't. I love casting, it's so much fun, and especially when my brain's working and I'm like, I can keep up with all of the action. It's so much fun to do, and even when it's maybe a little bit more casual, like some of these games were tonight, hanging out with chat, talking about these teams playing, looking at what y'all are doing, it's just, I have not had a bad experience with casting, and that includes the one where my internet was crap and I dropped 95% of my frames, and so I was casting a slideshow and doing a radio broadcast for it, basically. Just, I have not had a bad experience casting. It's so much fun, and I'm glad that teams like you are here to play, here to give us something to stream and talk to people about. So I'm glad y'all are playing. And
Thanks.
wait, Hardy, you had something else?
I said thanks.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you. Thank you. You give me something to do. All right, so now that we're all awkwardly staring at each other like a high school prom, thank you guys so much for coming to chat with me. And again, congratulations on this match. Good luck going. And if you had to pick between Cool Cats and Kittens and Roll1 Esports, which team do you want to play?
Whirlwind Esports. I have no idea why, but definitely them.
All right.
What he said.
He is the Lorax. He speaks for the team. All right, cool. So with that, thank you so much. I'm going to do a little outro and then send y'all over to, it looks like, game number 2 of the C West Division Finals. So again, congratulations and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that is your Div C East champions, House of Chez. And as we said, they're going to fight either Cool Cats and Kittens or Roll1 Esports. We're going to send you on over there. But again, just a reminder, big shout out to NGS putting it all on, Aura for all the work that you do. And go sign up for the region. Oh no, I have push-ups. No, why? All right, let me knock those out. Oh, making me do my push-ups. All right. So also the ARAM tournament, again, signups are below the stream, as is the donation link. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! You almost made me fart. Yeah, I said that. So yeah, ARAM tournament. Oh. ARAM tournament is coming up. Go sign up. Go play. Go watch. Go donate. Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Fantastic. Please help them out. Off season. Look for these off season events. Casters will be casting matches. There's Div D and E Scrim Club. There's a Div B and C Scrim Club. There's Nexomania. Find something, sign up for it, go play some games, hang out with everybody, and if you're not involved in NGS, get involved with NGS. And with that, I think we're going to run over to Linehouse and Shenanigans, Snaganenez, or whatever, over at NGS 2, running that C West final. Sylvanas, you came to play! Hi, baby girl. Oh, yeah.
Satsuki looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%.
Back down Yo on the Greymane, gonna be the first to fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there. A triple.
Leyline used in the back, catching 3 people on top. That followed up by the APOC and the lurking on. Catching 2, but this time on is gonna be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead. Catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Fubu's still in trouble. Pops the stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Boros on the backside, but he's doing it for Thunder. And then stunned. Oh my goodness. The combo.
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Greymane.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.